All right. Hey guys, we traveled from the desert to the Pacific Ocean.
Cold Oregon coast, but
Wet.
it's beautiful, but it's wet. So
It's sunny today.
We're going to talk about the challenges of RV life because we went through a lot of challenges this week.
Yeah.
Normal stuff. If you're a full-time RVer, you'll be like #relatable. If you're thinking of being a full-time RVer, you're gonna say, maybe I don't want to be a full-time RVer. Hopefully that doesn't actually convince you to stop. But
Oh my goodness,
we want to give you a dose of reality today and say this is how it really is.
The challenges can be endless.
Yes.
But let's get into it.
Yeah.
So everything here is so quiet. We are at the Death Valley Junction. And the sun's going down. And Lisa's figuring out where we're going. And right over there is the Opera House. The old Opera House tour. It's all abandoned, I think. Wow. So this says it's the historic junction of Death Valley. Death Valley Junction. There you go, guys. You saw it here first.
Whoa, cool. Wow, there really is all the color in here, eh? Cool. This is awesome. And like Kid said, there's nobody down here. This is the Zabriskie lookout, and everybody walks on the main pathway to the lookout at the top, which we will do in a minute. But just explore a little. Look what we found. This is so cool.
So what is this place called?
This is the Zabriskie viewpoint. We just parked the rig up by the bathrooms there. And instead of going along the main trail,
Paved.
the main road where everybody else is going,
Yeah.
we came out here, went the other direction basically.
25 feet,
Like
maybe
so,
40 feet.
so close to the parking lot. And we found what Kent is calling the wave or the free wave. Because it looks a lot like, what do you say, Lower Antelope Canyon?
It looks very similar to the
Same cut, I
same
think.
kinds of cuts.
Same
like,
kind of rock.
It's more wide open here, but that little channel back there was definitely less
Yeah.
open than it is here.
And slightly different colors.
And
too.
we're not
It's-
as deep
It's more
down here.
muted in color.
But it sure gives you the same feeling.
And there's nobody else down
Here, let me
It's so
see.
cool.
Let me show you the vista here. There you go. How's them apples? So it's time for us to turn around, go back to the parking lot, and go up to the upper vista
Reminds
and look all around.
Reminds me of a saying. It says, "Know your limits and stay within it." That road we just drove on.
So the weather can change and be crazy. When we were staying in Death Valley, at the mouth of Death Valley, we didn't have a cell signal, so we couldn't actually check the weather, the temperatures, or anything. We just had to say, it's fine.
And it was very relaxing there. We found a deserted campground.
Oh,
how cool is that?
Wow.
Had all these
That was
slabs
excellent.
of concrete. It was so relaxing. It was great. We helped a bunch of motorcycle guys. One of their bikes wasn't working, so Kent helped them out with that.
Yep.
And it was great.
Quiet. So we got through Death Valley, saw some amazing things, and it was hard to get out of Death Valley with the elevation. The climb happens for like 18 miles. You're just climbing and I was going slower and slower and slower.
Poor
and I was
Bessie.
like, come on. I figured out, put a boost of ethanol into your gas tank.
Yes.
It helps.
Yeah, that was a
So
good
tip
figure
there.
that out.
Oh, and when you're barreling down the other side, and it feels like you're going endlessly down a pretty steep incline, like 9.5 grade.
It was 9.5% for like 6 miles.
Don't burn your brakes out.
Yeah.
Use your transmission as much as you feel that you can without hurting it. And be careful.
And pull over and stop. There are lots of places to pull over, so make sure you do that to let everything
Easier
cool
said
down.
than done.
Easier said than done, but it's important to keep yourself safe. Okay, so we are coming out of Death Valley, and we're on Highway 190. It was really steep coming up here, and now it's really steep going down. It's 9%, 9.5% grade for several miles, like 5 or 6 miles, maybe more. Don't recommend doing this with a truck and trailer or a motorhome because it's pretty stressful. But it is beautiful. There we go. There's a pullout.
I won't make it.
No, you won't make it. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Probably okay just to let it go.
Not really.
There's a pullout there. If you're thinking of hauling a big trailer through Death Valley, definitely check your elevations, do your
Yes.
research. We don't really recommend it. I mean, it was hard enough for Bessie, and I don't think we would have done it with Bessie if we had a toad on the back. It would be too much.
Well, a toad usually has brakes, which
that's
might help.
true, that's true.
So what I'm trying to say is it was awesome, it was worth it, but it was stressful.
Yes, so that is one of the things about full-time RV life is that you can get yourself into driving situations that are incredibly stressful. And
Yeah.
that was definitely one of them this past week.
Hey, but we passed Death Valley, we got through it, and we were traveling towards the Sierra Nevadas.
Beautiful area.
It was incredible, but the wind picked up and was hitting me on the side of, on the driver's side, so much that it was actually the strongest wind I've ever driven in.
Okay, so we got out of Death Valley, no problem. Well, not no problem, it was hard work, but no issues, that's great. And now Kent is battling the windstorm. Nothing like driving a wall down the highway when there's wind just pushing you every which way. It's pretty crazy. You're doing a good job, hon. 2.5 miles, then we can turn.
I don't think we've had crazier than this.
It's very windy, it's very scary actually. It is what it is.
Better than being in the dark and doing this.
Yes. Yeah, so we're starting to freak out a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
it was jerking me right off the road multiple times,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Not
this
like-
has to end.
Yeah.
Soon.
And the scary thing was Kent was asking me, like, what is the weather forecast and what are we looking at
Yeah.
for the next couple hours? And I had no cell signal. We tried to access our emergency weather radio.
Yeah.
We had 2 different devices that we tried to access it on.
We weren't
Neither of
picking it
them were
up.
working.
Nope.
Nothing was coming through. So we had no idea what we were in for other than to say, let's just get somewhere safe so that we can stop. Now, there was a lot of boondocking along that area just outside of Death
Yeah,
Valley.
I'm glad we didn't stop.
Oh, I'm so glad we
I think
didn't
the whole
stop.
desert area, and including all the Sierra Nevadas, all got hit by wind. So we were glad.
Okay, this is just a little freaky. We're gonna walk over to the gas station.
Get a coffee.
Get a coffee.
Why? Because then we can at least be ready to respond to whatever comes our way, like
But the
this.
rig is like totally shaking. This is so scary.
Hold on to your hats. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's do this thing. What was that? Oh, they're bins?
So we were glad we actually pulled into a gas station and pulled right up in front of a gas station casino.
Yeah, the building. And we, of course, parked on the lee side. That gave us some protection from the wind for
yeah,
a few hours,
for
which
about
was
3-4 hours,
awesome.
it felt like there was no more storm.
The forecast, actually, the weather report said, because by the time we got to the gas station, we had a good
Yeah.
internet connection. They had high wind warnings with gusts up to 70 miles an hour. And we've done
Yeah.
our research, and we've been told that at 55 miles an hour, that wind is strong enough to flip a motorhome. So I was a little bit, I was a lot scared. I was freaking out.
She said it was going to be the end, but that's okay.
Well, originally we parked beside a big semi truck, and you can see the truck just going like this. And I'm
Lisa's
just like,
if that comes over,
we're squished.
we're
I don't want to
squished.
get squished.
I don't want to be here.
So, anyway.
So we moved.
So
anyways,
that was stressful, though, just being in
Totally.
this little town, not knowing anything. That wasn't where we planned to stay, and then to try and find a place that kept us safe. So we did find that. We were no wind for 3 hours.
no wind for
because we
3
were
hours, but
protected.
it was changing. So as soon as it changed, all of a sudden it was hitting us again. So
Yeah.
we drove around to the other side of the building and stopped there.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So thank you for doing that.
You're
Getting
welcome.
up and driving Bessie
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning.
And so we stayed there from like 3 till 6.
Because if you're facing head on into the wind, you're not going to feel it as much. It isn't nearly as dangerous. So that's what we did.
Just after 6, hey, this is where our employees park. So we had to move.
Which was
So we
fine. We
did.
kind of knew that was going to happen. So that's
Yeah.
fine.
So we hit the road and it was fine,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
There wasn't any vehicles in the ditch from the night before, so that was good too, because we
good sign.
realized that it was actually not as dangerous as we thought.
Yeah.
So we kept going.
I actually don't think the winds got up to 70 miles an hour, even close. I think that was a warning, but I didn't actually get that high. Anyway, all of that to say, it can be scary when you're driving and this is your home. This is
Yeah.
our whole life. Like, we can't afford to have this thing flip over, so it was stressful. And because of all of that, we had to change our reservations. So that's another thing that can add to the stress. So this is
Yes.
if you can see the pattern, what's happening here is that there's like, we're having a great day and now it's a little bit stressful, and then there's more stress, and then another thing and another thing, and it just snowballs. It starts to build on your psyche and on your
Yep.
stress level.
And if you haven't eaten properly that day and you're depleting of calories, you might actually not be a strong team at
Get
that
a little
moment.
too hangry. So we had to change our reservations because we ended up staying in that little town called Independence, and then that threw our whole schedule off. So
Yeah.
now I have to find internet connection, I have to log in, I have to decide how far are we going to go. Now I'm looking at all the maps again and trying to figure out how many miles we can do in a day, and now we're more aware of the weather. So
Yep.
checking out all the weather forecasts for those locations, where are we going to boondock for the night, all that kind of stuff.
But that isn't the only big reason that you have to change your plans and such. What about like getting mail and contacts and things like that?
Oh my word, you guys, I've been trying to get a pair of an order of contact lenses, and it has been nothing but a gong show. And so what's happened is that I had them ready to ship to a certain address, and because of the weather change and because of our schedule change and because the contacts were delayed, I had to get them to change the shipping address like 3 different times, maybe even 4 different
Maybe
times.
4.
And I still don't have them, and we're leaving this park in 2 days.
Yes.
So if they're not here in 2 days, then we just have to hang around here for a couple more days.
Or something.
Or I don't know. You guys, so this is another thing that's super stressful. And this is my last pair of contacts. So I'm like, I can't see if I don't
That's
have
right.
contact lenses. I mean, I have a pair of glasses, but they don't work as well. Anyway, so another stress added to all the other stress.
Speaking of stresses, last season, one of our major stresses of being Canadians in a foreign country is banking.
Yes.
That was insane for us. We'd pull into a gas station and it's like, so I've got my card, but I have no idea if it's going to work.
Oh,
Let's try.
So stressful, so stressful. So if you are traveling in a foreign country, whether you're going to, I don't know how it is in Mexico, but if you're Canadian, you're coming down to the States, don't rely on your credit card and your bank card. They may not actually work for you.
Hey, we were in Florence last season and we went to about 7 different banking institutions to try and take money out. Nope.
It's insane.
Nope. Nope. Let's go to the next one. Nope. Nope. Let's go to Walmart because then you can get some cash out.
Cash back.
Oh, that didn't work.
No.
Because we were in
Even that
California.
didn't work.
It's like, what? That was
Florence-
crazy last
Florence
year.
is in Oregon, but that's okay.
Oh, I know. But we went to Walmart in
We tried
the
this several
States.
different places.
Oh,
and
all over.
the time getting thwarted.
Yeah. Morgan
Um,
Hill. We couldn't get any
yeah.
money out there.
So that can be another stress. Anyway, but this week, going back to our actual stresses from this week,
Yes.
we did some sightseeing, and I'm looking at the map, trying to decide, okay, which direction we're going to go here,
All of a
and
sudden
here.
she says, hey, the subway
Subway
lava
tube.
tunnels, tubes. And we're
Sub-
like, we have no
Okay,
idea
Stop. Subway lava tube.
what she said. Yeah. So anyways, we're like, could they be open? And the question is, could they actually be closed? No, we pulled in, the arm gate was down, so we just walked in. It was 1,000 feet.
It was there was some snow on the ground. It was cold, so we were closed
There
for the
was
season.
nobody there.
Nobody around at
No
all.
animals
which is cool.
there, which is good because Lisa was hoping there'd be no
There were
animals
prints. There were animal prints all over
Afterwards.
the snow.
But the little
nothing,
guys.
but just little ones. So that
Yeah.
was fine. So we go into
So
this
we
cave.
went into the cave and we get into the middle of it and you can't see anything.
It's totally black without your flashlight.
We almost found a treasure. Almost.
Okay, so here's the deal. I am pretty sure we're always on the verge of extinction, or destruction or getting eaten by wild animals.
And I feel like we're always on the verge of, it's our number. Ding, 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 ding. Look what we've
He's
discovered.
pretty sure we're going to discover, like, I don't know, oil.
Uranium.
Or
I don't
like
know.
a pile of gold nuggets or something.
Palladium.
I don't know. But between the two of us, it's a pretty interesting thing to go exploring. So we'll show you some of that here because that was a pretty cool time to hang out in those caves.
Oh, yeah.
So Lisa,
Yeah?
does this make you want to look in some abandoned mines
No.
in Nevada and we can explore all the way to the end?
Abandoned mines. People do that, That's like a YouTube thing.
I love that.
Abandoned mines? No. The answer is no. I would not like to do that.
So me and Calvin can explore the abandoned mines together?
You and Calvin are on your own. Have at it.
Sweet.
Mary Lou and I will stay home and knit
And drink coffee.
and drink lots and lots of Living Bulls RV coffee. Hey, look at this. Is this my best look?
Ooh, yeah. No, it's off. It was your best look.
Stop. Why are you standing like that?
Okay.
Just back up and stand
Yeah.
normal. There you go.
Back up and stand. Normal.
There you go.
Fallen. I have furniture disease. My chest has fallen into my drawers.
Okay, so
Talking about emotional roller coasters.
another stressor is
Yeah.
the emotional
We-
side of it.
We left friends, like hundreds of them.
We've
and
done a couple
said,
videos on Courtside
Goodbye.
already. It was amazing.
And it was incredible. And it was like, it was incredible.
Then we were at the Las Vegas Thousand Trails and we met friends there as well.
Yeah,
we had a great
long
time
lost
with
friends.
them.
They were
and
awesome.
To know that you're leaving those connections and your tribe, the people who really understand you, you've built these friendships, leaving the sunshine and the
Leaving
warmth,
the
knowing that we're
warmth.
going to where it's
Yes.
colder for a long time. It's not going to get warm now until probably next summer, probably later
We'll
this
never
summer.
be warm again.
So there's an emotional drain that happens. It's
Yes.
like, okay, this is now,
Loss.
it's not a bad thing. Yeah,
It's a
the
feeling of
sense-
loss.
It's a sense of loss.
So we have to have expectation going forward.
And it's part of our RV life. And if you haven't done this life yet, that's something you should try and be prepared for. Yes, you're going to make amazing friends and lifelong friends and good connections, but you're also going to have to say goodbye and get good at saying goodbye. And that part kind of sucks. We don't love that part, but it's just the way it is. So that's another. So really, that was the foundation of all of this week.
Yeah.
That was the first stressor, and then all these other things snowballed on top of it. One of the parts of that whole emotional stressor thing is called decision fatigue. And we have talked about this before in some of our other videos, but we feel like this video, it's worth mentioning again. And because we had to experience this as well this whole week of traveling from the south into the Oregon coast. And that decision fatigue includes things like, where are we going to stay for the night? Is it safe to stay here? Where are we going to get groceries?
Which route?
Which route are we going to take? Where are we going to get fuel? When are we going to need fuel? Oh, sick, the propane is empty. We're going to have to find a place that fills propane on the rig.
Empty. We're okay.
Okay, not empty, but where we needed to get it refilled. Kent needs a haircut. Should we find a barber? Should Lisa hack it up with the scissors?
How low can we go on our fuel before we're like?
Yeah, so there are a lot of decisions that have to be made in the middle of all that other stress, and that's just when it comes to, like, Kent will say, okay, what are we having for dinner? I'm like, don't even ask. I am so done with making decisions today. We're not even going to go there. And this is all on top of, don't forget, this is all on top of regular scheduled life. So this is on top of paying the bills and Kent's work stuff that he has to do, and our
Lisa's,
YouTube stuff.
Lisa's dietary concerns.
Yeah,
there are some.
It's just a lot of stress and a lot of tension, and we just want you to know that. I mean, we're good. We're handling it. It's fine. We're in beautiful places as we have to deal with some of this stuff. But RV life is not easy. It's a challenge, and it is a choice that you make to live a life that is not comfortable. One thing, not always comfortable, riding the motorcycle. When we did our big trip up to Alaska and then down to Yellowstone and back, I had a lady ask me one time, she said, well, it doesn't sound like that would be very comfortable. And I just kind of laughed and said, you don't ride a motorcycle because it's comfortable. You ride a motorcycle because it's fun and because you get to experience things in a completely different way than you would if you were in a car or in a comfortable truck or a motorhome. So
you get to take life on.
Yeah, and so I think RV life is somewhat in that same element. You don't do full-time RV living because it's easy or because it's more simple or because it's comfortable. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable.
But sometimes you have to remind yourself, it's completely worth it.
It's absolutely worth it, for sure. Our relationship is stronger. We've definitely gone through some harder times, some low times.
Some growing times.
Of getting this figured out, but I think overall we're stronger. And seeing amazing, epic things and being able to share them with you guys. I mean, that's a huge part of what keeps us going on those hard weeks when it just, one thing happens after another, and you're going, really, nothing catastrophic.
That's right.
Thankfully. I mean, we didn't blow a tire, we didn't drive off the road, we didn't have an accident. But truly, that's a good point,
That's
Ken.
right.
That is always in the back of your mind. Something really catastrophic could happen at any moment. But whatever.
But like Lisa
that's
and
life. I mean, that's life no matter where you live.
But like Lisa and I try to remember that the best is still yet to come.
Mm-hmm. Yes, actually, we heard that from Trish and Mark on Keep Your Daydream. They said that recently, that they really try and live their lives thinking the best is yet to come. And I think that's important. And we do try and live that way. So thanks for watching, you guys. I'm Lisa.
My name's Kent, and we're Living Light RV.
We are grabbing life by the tail. We hope you are too. And we will see you guys next Thursday. What was the other thing we were going to talk about?
I have no idea.
Something, decision fatigue. Okay.
All right. Take a breath.
Lisa can't breathe.
Drink water. Yeah, and don't forget to check out that video and that playlist. because I think you'll like it.
Stay warm, my friends. Take care. Bye.